What's going on, guys? I'm your mate, Dr. Cuts. This is Encyclopedia Ray, and you are watching Just the Tippin'. Tonight, we've got a really special guest all the way from Australia, an expat from New Zealand, Mr. Ricky Blackburn. Welcome, Ricky.
Yeah, the brother.
Thanks for joining us, brother. How you doing?
Yeah, no, going well over here, eh?
Excellent. And so, guys, you'll know Ricky. If you don't know him by name, you'll know him by his vehicle. His previous vehicle in New Zealand. What was that? Frankenstein. Frankie Skids. And what was Frankie, bro? Can you remember?
Oh, it was pretty badass little Nissan van.
Well, actually, maybe Ricky, you tell us what Frankie was to you.
Well, yeah, it was my sort of first proper build that I ever really did, and I think it was like an early 80s Nissan Vanette. It was a little tipper truck, and yeah, so we chucked it in the shed and chopped it up and threw a barrow in it and slapped the turbo on it, and everything just sort of come together how it ended up. Really, we just slapped on whatever we could to make it try to look outrageous.
Mate, there's certainly some Kiwi ingenuity involved in that vehicle. You know, we had the absolute pleasure of meeting you in person, and I got to have a skid in that vehicle, and we're going to put some of that stuff down here in the videos, so people can see it, and I'll try and stitch some in too, depending on my editing abilities where we are currently in the week. But I mean, mate, what an absolute pleasure that fucking truck is and or was, mate. The whole the icebox, the chili bin esky to the Australians, with basically an intercooler for the turbo and all the watering system. Sorry, I mean, fuck, the whole thing was cool, bro. You just
and it was actually quite outrageous how much of a power difference that actually made on the dyno.
The cooling, yeah.
Yes.
What was it? What did it actually make on the dyno, bro?
Made 495 at the wheels.
Nice.
And what else had you done to the engine? That was a barrow, yeah?
Yeah, we went through a few different ones. Like, we tried the green top in that, and we made good power with that. We made like 680 horse with a green top, but it did get in them, blew its ass. So.
And was that because of the turbo, maybe?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I just got a bad engine or something. I don't know, but it did make good power in that, and then it didn't last long. But the best runs we got out of were the FG motors, the naturally aspirated FGs.
Right.
The turbo on it, and all I had on it was 1000cc injectors and my own intake plenum.
Yes. Do you know how much boost you were running?
I was only running about 9 to 10 psi on it.
It's reasonable enough, really. It's going to give you enough. And, she certainly sings that. I mean, I've got videos from our local pad over here in Tauranga at our mate Matt's that you've brought her over, and we've had some kids in, and yeah, she was cool, bro. Absolutely cool. Give us some background on you, though, Ricky Blackburn. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, well, just an everyday garage hack, I think, but motorsport's all been in our blood. My father raced sprint right since I was born, I think.
Okay.
So I sort of grew up at the speedway track all my life, and then started racing super saloons.
Right.
For a little while.
Okay, so this is over at Paradise Valley in Rotorua?
Yeah, yep. Used to race there, and then sort of got out of that, and then that was when I sort of started building mine. My very first one I did have was a supercharged Commodore.
Right.
V6 Commodore.
And that was a street stock you had, or that was a burnout car?
Supersaloon.
Supersaloon.
My first burnout car.
A burnout car, right.
Yeah, so that was my first one that I sort of did, and then went to buy a house, so I sort of got the ultimatum to sell it.
So what brought on Frankie? Like how did Frankie come to pass? Because it's not like the type of thing that you're like, I'm going to do another burnout car now, and fuck it, I'm just going to go get this and this, and I'm going to chuck a barrow in it, and oh look, it's actually not a normal Nissan, it's a little truck. Like, how did that come about?
On a little truck.
It's not normal. It's not normal.
No, what sort of how it come about is I had a workmate and he had a little bongo van. And that was the original plan. The barrel was going to go in a bongo van.
Right.
And then that sort of just got messed around, and then he didn't want to sell it in the end. So I was like, oh, I've got the engine sitting at home and nothing to put it in. And then I was cruising around town, and that truck, if anyone knows Rotorua,
Yes.
that truck had been sitting on Sunset Road for since I out on the front lawn.
Right. Okay. Yep.
Anyone, because I remember the little truck sitting there. And so I was driving past one day and I was like, oh, that would actually be really cool. So I went up and knocked on his door and asked him to sell it. And he was like, oh, yeah, well, what are you offering? I said, I got $100 in my pocket. And he goes, oh, done, take it.
How good.
Little money.
How good. And so from that, how long was the transition or the transformation from a standard sort of vanette to what Frankie became?
I think it took me about 8 months I think it was, before we had it out doing skids.
Wow, that's pretty good. And did you have the turbo on it straight away?
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to, and then the wife brought me a turbo for Christmas.
That's the sort of wife you want.
Katie, you just put all the other wives to shame unless they all buy their husbands turbos for Christmas too.
What was it? So once you got it all going, bro, what was the first event you took it to?
It was one of Guy Maxwell's events, the Taupo.
Oh yeah, choice.
Yeah, and I do have, that is actually a really cool video to get. I do have it somewhere, and I didn't have any steel underplates under the deck, and when it blew its first set of tyres, it exploded the wood on the deck. And it's a really cool photo around somewhere of like the wood just.
Yeah. All right, well, all things going well, bro. Before I edit this and release it, when's that, tomorrow night?
Tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow.
What's that, Wednesday, Thursday night? Yep. Thursday night? If you can get me that footage, bro, it'll be in here right now.
Yeah, I will do. I've got the video somewhere, so that is pretty cool.
That'd be cool. And so what was that, an Aussie Assault?
Yeah, no, it wasn't an Aussie Assault. It was, I'm trying to remember what one it was. Because
Choice not doing his carnival? No.
Yeah, Steve Moldy was there, had a cool video on it on his page.
Oh yeah.
So that was, he did a really cool video edit of it while he was there.
Oh, good. That's very good. No, well, hopefully we get that. We get that footage. So, I mean, that's so you've moved to Australia, bro. And obviously, Frankie was raffled. So I was looking through. I think what I was looking through today, bro, was the messenger chats between you and I was looking at all the images and stuff in there, and I saw all the screenshots that I'd taken of all the raffle tickets I bought to try and win Frankie before you went to Australia. There's tons of them. I didn't win. Ben Robertson down in the South Island won. Congratulations, Ben, you son of a bitch. So, you've moved over to Aussie now, bro. What do you got going on there? I know what you've got going on there. Why don't you tell us?
Well, I did have my eye out on looking for something, and then this one happened to come up on Facebook, and I was just like, it really put my eye, like something like Frankie. I wanted something different. Yeah. Something that no one else has got. Yeah. And this little truck caught my eye, and it's a little 1957 Standard 10 Ute that's been chopped up and widened and shortened. Right,
so she's a Ford?
Wow, I'm sort of still trying to...
Was it Austin?
Whether Ford's involved with them or not. He sold it to me as a Ford Standard 10 Ute, but then when I went and looked it up, I'll send you a picture of what the actual Ute was. I can send you a photo of what they actually looked like. Right. And I think Standard 10 they look very much like a Mori, and they're an English car, like pretty much must have come out around the same era as all the Maoris and stuff did.
Okay, right, yeah.
Very similar front. To
Well, it would
Yeah.
sort of it would make sense that it possibly is a Ford, and you know the picture of that is what I put into Chat GPT AI to roast your car.
Yeah.
I forgot to put the information in front of me, so it's going to be a bit funny how I managed to do it. But I'll pull up in a little while what Chat GPT had to say about your new build, and
I'm quite looking forward to that.
it wasn't nice, bro. I've got to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, so you got a small block Chev with a power glide going in, already in and running.
Yeah, it's already in, all running on just waiting for the drive shaft to get done, the drive shaft couplings, and then it should be driving.
Wicked.
Yeah, and so finishing up a bit of panel work and getting the rest of the other little things sorted so it looks good in the panel and paint.
Yes. Have you got a colour in mind?
Not set properly yet, but I've got a few in mind that I'm sort of judging up about, but I'll keep that one until the reveal day.
Yeah, that's all good.
Did you just find the engine on the Facebook over there, bro?
No, well, I actually work in a scrap metal yard.
Right.
Yeah, driving the big crushers, the big car crushers in a scrap metal yard.
Yeah.
And there were these like hydraulic pump things that come in from the mines.
Oh.
And I was happy, and I lifted the doors on one of them, and there was this V8 sitting in there.
Oh. Right.
Well, did a bit of research on it and found out what it was, and it's a full crate engine of the Vortex 350, which comes out in your like Chevy Silverado trucks.
Oh, righto. Yeah.
So, and it's got all the fruit in it, so it's got all the 4-bolt mains, stainless valves, high compression heads, all this, and it was absolutely mint.
How good is that?
So I got it pretty much dirt cheap.
How good is that? So nice.
So that was quite happy. So I was pretty much straight off with the 253 that was out straight away.
Yeah.
And I actually got a really good price on that. A fellow come and brought that off me straight away. He was rebuilt Kingswoods.
Oh yes.
So he was happy getting off my hands. Because I knew that a 253 would have just blown its ass straight.
I mean, like you're not gonna. There's not enough torque in them, and they're reasonably high revving enough, but you got to have 10-inch wheels or something.
Yeah. It sounded good because it had a cam and everything in it, and it sounded nice, but I knew it wasn't going to do what I wanted to do with it.
Yeah. I'm just hoping something's not going to happen with my cat right now. It's bucking around in front of the camera there.
So whereabouts in Aussie are you, bro?
In South Brisbane.
Right.
But not far from Ipswich.
Queenslander.
Yep, in the big Queensland. So it's good over here. I quite like it. I really enjoy it.
Well, what are you at the moment? You say before 21 degrees?
Yeah, there's still 21 degrees. It's been like the days here you get just blue sky pretty much every day. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
Humid.
Yeah.
Well, not so much humidity possibly at this time of year. It's more of it's a summer thing. So have you got what's your plan as far as, do you have a date in mind where you're going to pull your car out for the first time?
I'm hoping to have it ready for the Rocky Nats.
Oh, nice. Excellent.
To have it
September.
test and shoot. I want to have a couple of days at Queensland Raceway here on their Friday night skid days and get it working properly in it, and then the big one I want to get to Rocky Nats next year.
Oh, brilliant. That's really cool, man. Okay. So when's that? Who do we watch that does that? Is Jay Benz, doesn't we watch there? It's
he does.
Was that March? February, March?
Yep, that's when it normally is.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty decent event.
That's my goal, is to have it ready for that. And I've been talking to like Jack and all those sort of guys at the track, and they reckon the Rocky Nats has to be one of their favourite events.
Yeah, looks pretty cool.
Right? I was gonna try to have it all done and do the mission Summer Nats.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've had a few downturns from a few guys, so it's not owning having a car there is not as good.
Yes. Yeah. That's something I think we've been we've been talking to people who have had their cars there recently, and the big thing was what did Arnie say? Don't expect to have a car there and be able to see anything apart from the fucking toilet and your car.
That's what I got told. They said you enjoy the place a lot more if you can go there and get to see everything than you're worrying about your car. And
yes.
So.
Yes.
I think it's a different level. The fellas on the the pro burnout guys, like, yeah, they got it down.
Yeah, they're not there for the slushies, really, are they? And light them up, rain. They're there to win them their fucking shit.
And they're fully aware how hard it is to get around the whole blooming event, in regards to just doing the cruise. And the cruising is not like what the cruising was, and that's something that's gone by.
That's what a lot of the guys said to me too. Like, it's a very huge expense for the time you get your car there.
Yeah. No, it's
Rockhampton's about 6 hours away from me, I think. So it's not a huge issue for me to travel there.
Yeah, Rocky. I stayed there for a while in Australia. My old man and a couple of my family members lived there for a little while. I've been to visit. I've been to visit a couple of times. It's nice and brown. And there's lots of cows.
Green over here.
Is it?
Yeah, because we still get a bit of rain here and there, but quite often we'll just rain during the night, and then you get up in the morning and it's beautiful blue sky again.
You obviously haven't had a big ass fucking flood yet.
We've had a wet storm go through, which nothing huge, but enough to be like, holy shit! You have some wicked storms here. When it storms, it storms.
Yeah. So where you're living now, you've got a pad close by, have you?
Yeah, well, Queensland Raceway is like 30 minutes from my house.
Wicked.
Yeah, so and they got a pretty good setup down there, and then the Willowbank Dragway is like right out the front of that, so everything's all within half an hour.
Yep.
Okay.
So do you have any sort of like burnout masters events and stuff around that? They must do it, Willowbank.
I don't think they've had any big ones yet. They've got those. They had the big power cruise one there about a month or so ago, which is pretty. And a lot of the big hitters and that come to that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you get to meet quite a. Do you have interaction with other drivers over there in Australia? And if so, what are they like? They must be good cunts, surely.
They are really good, eh? Like, I've got to, because you're allowed to go down the pits and that, so I've got to go around, and I've followed a lot of them on Facebook for years now, following a lot of them, and now I've actually got to meet them in real life and see their cars in real life, and it's been really cool. I've got to meet quite a few of them over here now.
So how much, do we even realise how much bigger the burnout scene is in Australia compared to what it is here? Do you know what I mean? Like, do we even know? Is it that much bigger?
It's at a next level here, eh?
Right. Yeah.
That's another level.
So we've got heaps to look forward to then, I'm assuming.
Oh mate, yeah. Like some of the stuff that goes into some of these cars when you actually get to go and see them in real life. And you're like, holy hell! Like, some of them are amazing. Like, I can send you a couple of pictures of some of the ones that I've taken photos and that are at the raceway here, and like there's like a little Volkswagen convertible with a supercharged big block and
the one with the purple wheels.
Yeah, like all sorts of crazy things that turn up there. There's some real out of it ones. People like doing out of the stuff here, which is cool.
It is cool. And not burnouts, but you sent me some videos once from a drag thing you were at. Was it like Top Fuel or something like that? And holy fuck, mate, they're just such good motorsport to be able to go to easily and close to you. Like, it's difficult for us to do it here, you know that, but I can't wait for it to get better.
They do accommodate here though, like just about pretty much every weekend there's something going on. If you want to be out weekend, you probably can. There's always something going on somewhere, which is cool.
Just the travel labour. Got a bit of travel over there.
What's
people
the
do travel a lot, but
what's the local? Oh, no, you go.
on the streetcar scene,
Yeah,
it's a very hard.
I was about to say, what's the local cruise scene like? Is it and obviously difficult?
They're very hard, brutal.
Yeah.
And but they accommodate for like as I'm going out tomorrow to a drift day at the track, a skid burnout comp tomorrow night, which I'll send you some live feeds if you want. I might jump on live and I'm jumping out in the cars tomorrow. So
Yeah.
and they pretty much run them every Friday night.
Right.
They got burnout. And it's nothing, no big prize money or anything. It's just for the young hoons to go out there and smash the tires.
Well, you can vent your shit. You can do what's got to be done, and you can keep it off the streets. And
which is what we're trying to achieve. Like with all this highlighting this, exactly what you're saying, bro.
You get to test your cars. You get to try different tire combos without having to be at a competition.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't, from what I've seen around where I live, you don't hear a lot around the streets here.
Right.
Yeah. They put their efforts to be at those Friday night events or what they catered for.
Well, because that's available. Imagine here, bro, having an event we could go to every Friday night without fail. Don't win anything. It's only cost you $50, whatever. You can pass some tires. Holy fuck! You watch the takeover scene here, just died.
If someone had access to a burnout pad and just had it open to all the young fellas every Friday night, everyone would be happy to pay $50 so they didn't go and lose their car.
Absolutely, mate.
180.
And I'd be happy to go and pay fucking $20 to go and watch that shit, to be perfectly honest, if I was bored or, that's not even a thing either. Like, come on, it's not even a brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Aussie had that, they've gone through, they were like how we kind of are behind them and most of like what we, the burnouts and what have you. We're already been behind them and the fact that all those young fellas over there, Mexican home, they've fully had the women. They've been taken over there for ages, but now they facilitate so much for those cats, and they're all changing.
Oh, yeah, they're all changing.
You'll never get rid of the street stuff. You'll never get rid of it. But the options to make things better.
Yeah, and they obviously put that here, and you don't see it on the streets as much anyway as what you do back in New Zealand. But I think those guys starting to catch up on that, I think.
Yeah, interesting. So, Ricky, bro, what was your first ever car in your life? The first car you owned?
The first ever car I got, I was at Polytech doing my engineering course, and I brought a little 71 Mini.
Oh! Woo!
1275?
1000 cc?
1275?
It was only a 750.
Oh! Yeah, boy. How good.
That was my license getter in it, and I can send you a photo to check up if you want.
So we was at Wairiki Polytechnic in Rotorua?
That was indeed, and I did my engineering apprenticeship there.
So not automotive engineering, actual engineering.
I did my welding and fitting and turning apprenticeship there.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was my little build while I was at home. I think I was only 16.
Yep. So what was there anything that made you go like fuck? Because like your family's been in stock cars and that kind of stuff. What was your drive or your draw to go to a burnout car? What made you go burnout car instead of something else?
Well, I've always been a big fan of ripping skids. I think if anything can rip a skid, I'll make it rip a skid, no matter who can't. But,
yeah.
And I've always been like that ever since I've been a little kid. All my bike tires, I used to smash all my tires on my push bikes. And
you were never a little kid, don't even lie.
That I really enjoyed, and then growing up, start working, get a little bit of money, and then sort of managed to be able to put some money into build something, and then so I did have a couple of Skylines as I was growing up, so that sort of got me into wanting to do skids.
Yes. So, right, who was your Skyline influences? Old Robbie Ward. I grew up in Rotorua.
Robbie Ward built one of the engines for my car.
Did he?
Yeah, he did I had an R32,
Yep.
and he did the engine package for that for me before he sort of took off and made who he was.
Racing.
Yeah, he's done so well. I've known Rob for probably over 30 years now.
He is a good fella.
Yeah, but hopefully we'll have him on the show because back in the day, his he was Hemi, he was Mopar. Anything Japanese was a piece of shit, bro. And he had an RX3 with a Hemi 265 in it, and V8 Eater it was called, and just one good burnout comps and rotor. It was so good.
And then he had the fastest Skyline in the Southern Hemisphere.
That's right, and I think I was working for him around that time. I was like, I just got out of, I was doing Polytech back in the day, and I did automotive engineering apprenticeship at Wairiki, and everything was valiant, and then he got this Godzilla R32 from one of the local car yards to do some work on. We did car yard work. And fuck, that was it, mate. It was absolutely it. Like, Mopar or no car just turned to shit, bro, and it was fucking skyline hard. And wow, what an amazing thing he's done. So I look forward to getting him on the show.
Amazing engines.
So have you got any influences, bro, in your, like, who do you look up to in the burnout scene? Is there people that you look at and you're like, fuck yeah, that cunt's got it on, and I like his style?
Well, one of the big influences that I really like is Lynchy.
Yeah.
Lynchy's one of my favourites.
Mr. Andrew Lynch. You know we're going to talk to you, bro.
I've met him in real life too when he did his New Zealand tour. I got to meet him and talk to him, and
so good.
Just his whole attitude, the way he drives. I love it.
Excellent.
We spoke when him and Mick Brasher came over, bro, for that tour, and we turned up at Taupo one morning. We had the Bro Matt and the Mighty X competing there, so we turned up there, unloaded, and then walked out onto the pad, and then there was this fella out there with a broom, like just brooming the pad up, and then we were like, so looked, and then it ended up being him, bro. He was out there just walking around the broom, just scoping up the pad. Like, and it was like later on, we saw him tip in and it was like, oh, yeah, that's that guy.
Yeah.
That's that guy.
Were you guys at that burnout comp, were you?
Yeah.
You don't remember Stag Do being there with the people in tutus and stuff?
Oh, vaguely, yeah.
I'm assuming that's you, bro.
Yep.
I remember there, I was pretty cut that day, but that was my Stag Do that day.
Oh, excellent. Rotor Hard, obviously representing the Road to Vegas with that kind of carry on, bro.
Because that's when Mick Brasher came over with his Capri.
Yes, it was indeed.
They were the only two that come over.
So have you got any, I want to know, have you got any, okay, I want to break it into two parts, right? So we want to know who's your favourite Kiwi car driver combo and who's your favourite Aussie car driver combo. And it doesn't have to be anyone spectacular for whatever particular reason. They just got to be your favourites, bro. New Zealand and Australia. Who you got?
Well, my Kiwi one would be, again, probably the old Duckout.
Oh, Mr. Willie. Mr. Willie.
He's been pretty good, and I've talked to him. I've been in talks with him for ages now, the whole way through before he even put a supercharger on that thing.
Right.
I've known him.
Excellent. No, he's a fucking fantastic dude, bro. And we got a prize pack as courtesy mostly of him. In fact, all of him, and a bit of Kim's tonight. No, and he's recently put an automatic in his car, and
he's blowing it too. He's already blowing it, trends.
Yeah.
I gave him a phone call only a few weeks ago about the automatic transits too, because I was getting a power glide for mine, so I gave him a call to how his one has actually worked for him in his car, and he had a bit of a yarn to me on how everything's going. And
did he tell you how he blew it up, or he didn't go down that path?
Yeah, but got it redone. He said he just didn't check it. He just threw it in and hoping it would be good, and it wasn't. So
Kiwi.
yeah, but he's good. So he gave me the rundown on how good the power glide was as a shining light that he should have done years ago. But so I've gone with the 2-speed power glide as well. So
excellent.
What about the Aussie combo, bro? Who floats your boat?
The Aussie combo would probably have to be just. It wasn't really something that I'd known until I come over here and saw it in real life, and that would have to be Too Cranky.
Oh yeah.
That was Hayden's Schwanger's favourite too.
Yeah, from the last summer nats actually.
I hadn't really seen much about that car until I got here and then got to see it. And he's quite often at Queensland Raceway when we're there, and just the show that he puts on is insane.
Just loves the fire, eh? He loves the fire.
Mate.
Massive vibe.
Yeah. Methanol, yeah?
Yeah, it's the ethanol blown V8. So.
Oh.
Working.
So what about Burnout Masters, bro? Have you got the Burnout Masters game on any of your devices?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Give us a rundown. What's your highest horsepower car?
Oh.
And what is it?
I've actually done me a little ute on there, and I think I've got a blown V8 ute.
Yes.
I think
that's it.
I'm pretty sure Carlos built Frankie too. He's one of
did
he? Yeah. He bought a little ute and he stuck a barrel in it. Yeah, he just recently done it.
Oh, that's awesome. But I think it's a little Datsun ute. I think I actually got on there a little Datsun ute that I put a blown V8. I think that's at like 2,000 horse.
I've got the same.
Nice.
I got the same ute, but I stuck a rotor in my one.
Rotor in my first.
Well, then that blew up, and obviously you put a V8 in it. So
she's still running.
What's the speaking of rotors? You see many rotors over where you are? What's the rotor scene like there?
On the streets, it's not a lot. You don't see a lot at all.
Right.
But going to Willowbank and the drag scene, there's a bit of rope in the drag scene here, I've noticed, but not a huge amount on the street scene. You only hear the odd one here and there.
Not so much in the burnout scene either.
No.
Nope.
So you know that Hayden Kirkwood is bringing a rotary over to Summernats next year, yeah?
Oh, yes. Oh, is he coming over, is he?
He's coming over with a methanol Cosmo, mate, with a big fucking turbo on it and 17-inch wheels on the back and a manual transmission, and he's going to go for top gold.
Because there's not a lot of rotors that go to.
No. There's only really been the Gemini Munter over the last few years, and then Mick Brasher's into his rotors as well.
Yeah, I noticed he's got that blown rotor ring.
Yeah.
Mick Brasher's got a really decent and interesting engine profile over his vehicles. Like, what has he got? What was that one I seen? Was it like a 5K or a 4K Toyota engine built by Warspeed or someone like that?
A street kid.
And a street Toyota.
He loves his KUs.
He's awesome cars, old Mick Brasher.
Yeah, bro. Yep. We'll meet him one day too.
Yeah.
He looks like a character.
So when are you coming back to New Zealand, bro?
When am I coming back?
Yeah. For a visit.
Not.
When do we get to see you in studio?
I'll be coming back for a holiday, so I'll be definitely coming. I missed you guys just before Christmas. Oh no, just after Christmas. I come back for like 10 days.
Right.
Didn't you come over here fishing? You came through. Oh no, there was another time. You came through fishing.
Yeah. I did miss you while I was over there.
Oh, we missed you too, bro. We missed you too.
Yeah.
Well, I'll touch on a subject because you're a different country. Favorite food?
Yeah.
You miss any food over here, or you got a new favorite food over there? Like, what's going on with the taste buds?
I don't find too much difference, eh?
Apart from the name of Burger King, I guess, in Queensland.
Yeah, you get the old Hungry Jacks.
Hungry Jacks.
But otherwise, just if you're into your pies or stuff, people think they're probably that I'm into a lot of pies, but Not really, but yeah, the pies are pretty shit here. But
They are, aren't
Yes,
they?
yes. Bro was just talking actually earlier on today. He wanted to do like start doing like a little
Pie review.
but the shit pies.
Yeah.
You want to do a shit pie review?
Everybody's going on about all the good pies, but everywhere we've eaten pies, they're fucking garbage. And someone needs to review that shit, I got to be honest. So if you think that's the thing, like and subscribe or comment in the thing if you want me to do
Shit pie review.
Dr. Class shit pie fucking review. And I'll fucking do it, mate, ruthlessly. So, Bo, as you know, we've added this feature into it, or this new segment into our shows where we ask AI to roast the cars of our guests, right? So I asked ChatGPT, please roast my friend's burnout car, and we'll put the picture in here, which is the first ever picture you sent me of your car. And this is what ChatGPT had to say about your car. Your friend's burnout car looks like it got a little too excited and decided to start rusting before hitting the road. This might be the first vehicle to come with its own tetanus warning. It's got so much character that it could audition for the next Mad Max movies as an extra. This car is a prime example of how not every project should be a DIY. Maybe it's time to consider a new hobby, or at least invest in some serious rust remover. At which point, how am I doing this, bro? At which point I said to it, well, close, but let's get real edgy. He wants to win burnout competitions with this car. And that's what I asked AI, said to AI. He said, wow, aiming for burnout competitions with this? It looks like it's already been through a couple of apocalyptic wastelands and lost the battle each time. This car is so rusty that even the rust is rusting. It's got more holes than Swiss cheese, and the tyres look like they couldn't outburn a candle. If your friend's plan is to make the competition die laughing, he's right on track. Otherwise, he might want to consider entering in a before and after restoration show. Right now, it's definitely stuck on before. So after that, I said to it, well, it's got a small block Chev engine. Does that help? ChatGPT replied, a small block Chevy engine, you say? That's like putting a high-performance heart in a terminally ill patient. Sure, it might go fast for about 5 seconds before the body disintegrates around it. The engine might roar, but the rest of the car looks like it would crumble under the pressure. It's like strapping a jet engine to a lawn chair. Your friend might win burnout competitions, but only if there's a prize for the most pieces left on the track. There you go, bro. That's what artificial intelligence thinks of your new burnout car.
Yes, wow.
What do you think?
that is awesome.
Mate, I don't understand how it can even be so brutal. I, as a human, can't be that brutal that will come up with that many
You're not
eloquent
even
words.
asking ruthless questions, are you?
No, I'm just saying, can you roast it? And then I'm like, well, that's not enough. Can you roast it a little harder? And, mate, honestly, I'm sold.
I love that.
I'm sold. So anyway, you've got something to live up to, bro. And did you read Mr. Mullet's roast? Because I tell you what, it doesn't matter how good you get, AI thinks you're a fuckwit if you do burnouts, I think.
Yes, wow. Wow.
So now tell me, mate, another question we want to know is, if you had unlimited dollars to do a fucking build on a burnout vehicle, what would you do? What would be your ultimate big ass beast, the killer that's going to win Burnout Masters USA and just dominate?
Yeah, I don't know. I think if I had an unlimited build budget, I think I'd still want to build something like I am, but I'd probably be able to throw a lot more toys into it.
Yeah, and obviously it'd happen instantly type scenario.
Yeah, and something like that. Yeah, but I'll definitely like have a blown big block or something in it.
Yeah, hey, Castlemaine Rod Chop, please just do this for me.
Yeah, it would be something like that if I had an unlimited budget, but I'd still want to do something that no one else has got. So.
Fair call. Are you going to go to summer next summer nats? You going to go for a look?
I am trying to, yes. That's on my bucket list is to get there, and hopefully that works out.
Just as you and the family as humans, and not taking the car.
Yeah. We'll just go over for a bit of a look-see. So
I don't even think, according to what we've been told, that you can even see the whole event in all the days. There's just that much shit to look at.
that's what I've been told too.
You're
So.
pretty fluent in what your time, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, the memes coming out from last year's event was amazing.
Oh yeah. Some of the stuff that went on there or this year, what happened there
this year, yeah.
That went on was pretty hectic by the sound of it.
Fingers crossed that'll change. I'm sure it will change. You can't get that, let that happen and sort of get away with it. Have you been following the guys overseas, bro? Power Cruise and Burnout Masters over in the USA?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I've been watching all their videos. My boys are real in love with imposter at the moment, so they've got all their imposter shirts. So they follow imposter quite a lot at the moment.
Oh, really?
Craig Bailey.
Well, I'm talking with Craig, bro, and we're going to have him on the show.
He's a good fellow too. I've spoken to him at Queensland Raceway a few times now. So
excellent.
Most of them seem it, bro. Like, young or old, they've all got that little, they've got that little woman funny attitude aspect to them, most of them.
That car in real life is hectic as anything. That thing is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the videos don't even do it justice. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I mean, Ray's probably going to see it before me. He can leave the country at the moment. I can't.
We've always got a bed here for you.
Yeah, bro.
Well, he can go and sleep it. I'll just watch on the internet and report from back here for a while until the authorities like me again. So look, we've got some stuff to give away tonight, Bo, and as I was saying earlier, it is thanks to Chems Limited, and Chems is a locally produced chemical product supporting locals, and fuck do they do a lot for the burnout.
Jumbo brake
motorsport in New Zealand, right? Jumbo rapid brake cleaner, and on the brake, and that would clean the tits off me. What's that, Bo?
This is the glass cleaner.
Glass cleaner.
Very good product too.
What's that?
Product. This one here, the crease heater. Oh, you
see that?
This is the one.
You chuck that on the back. You chuck that on your rear quarters, and all the shit falls off, Bo. So that's from Chems. And we've got some stuff here from Fitzroy Motorsport, from Nut Out, Mr. Hayden Wilby. This is a ladies' Panhead Green Hot Vandal IPA NZ shirt. It's actually a 2XL ladies one. And that's pretty cool. It's black and green. We love that. We've got a Limmy Finger here, Fitzroy Motorsport, Nut Out, burning rubber since 2017. Limmy Finger. We've got a Steinlager bar blade.
So you'll never forget us again.
You'll never forget us again. Or alcohol. And Fitzroy Motorsport. We've got a Fitzroy Motorsport keyring. So to get that stuff, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? What you need to do is
First one to knock on the door wins it. No?
No, I don't need to come knocking on my fucking door. Fuck off. If you knock on my door, you're not winning.
Next time.
No. What you got to do is you got to like this video. I think we need you to comment on this video. What you also need to do is you need to go to our Facebook and you need to like us sharing this video on our Facebook. You need to comment on it. And if you tag somebody on it, you get an extra couple of entries. And do some sharing, you'll get all that. But you've just got to do it because we'll get pissed off otherwise, and you don't want us to be pissed off. Yeah, well, to be 100% honest. And
I mean, who doesn't want a good bloody kind of brake clean, like,
and all this free
like
stuff.
Window cleaner. Like, you can do your house if you didn't have a car.
So, Ricky, fuck, bro, thank you so much for talking to us, man. It's been a real pleasure. We've missed you over here in New Zealand. You're always a pleasure to have a yarn with and a laugh at. You and Katie, your missus, and your family, so good. So, fuck, we can't wait to see you again, bro. Thank you so much for being on our show. It's really cool.
Thank you, guys. It's been a pleasure.
Yep, you're our third Australian gentleman on the show, bro.
Yes. So you're up there with royalty, Mr. Jack Mill Swifty, Mr. Simon Biggs, Mr. Muller, and Mr. Ricky Blackburn. Well, you got a name for your new car, bro?
I have, but no one's been told yet. But I'll put it out on here.
Okay.
Yeah, tell us. Come on.
It's going to be called Venom.
Venom! You heard that here first, motherfuckers. I tell you what, if you name, if you tag on, if you make a comment on this YouTube video, and then on our Facebook where we advertise this YouTube video, that Ricky's Venom, blah blah blah, you get an extra 2 fucking entries into winning this shit, and a kiss and a tongue kiss from Ricky when he comes back
to the country.
Yep.
Yep. Venom, I like that, bro. That's tough. That's cool.
Yeah, we're down with that.
And the paint job will sort of accommodate with the name, so we got a little bit of a design on what we're gonna do.
We're looking forward to that.
I can't wait to see you pulling out on the pads over there.
Yeah,
bro.
bro. Yeah.
I know you sort of fellas got to make the effort to make, to get around there and do your thing.
Yeah.
You guys will be one of the first to see the reveal of it anyway.
Yes. Thank you, bro. All right. Right, bro.
Don't want to say goodbye.
No, we want to say goodbye. We got to. And thank you, everybody, for watching. We think you're amazing. You don't got to go home, but you can't stay here, so just fuck off.